All right, we're right here at the Ipswich Showgrounds Pigeon and Poultry Pavilion in about 40-degree heat, getting ready to go with the next game here at the AMRD Nationals, the first ever Men's Roller Derby Nationals in Australia. Our next matchup is going to be between Tasmania's Bass Strait Brawlers and from New Zealand, Manawatu Roller Derby. We'll just have a quick run through those teams. From the Brawlers, 1701 is Captain Smirk. M0 is Grease Monkey. A540, Hangman. Number 17, Huge Stackman. 42 is Thor. 34 is Dirty 5. N8, Inspector Gadget. Number 11, Sausage Rolls. 9mm Parabellum. M3 is Nico, debuting here for the Bass Strait Brawlers this weekend. 5T, Skate Tool. And from Manawatu, number 112 is Barber. MK2, Zephyr. Number 6, Helena. 50-50, D-Rod. 85 is Hustler. 89, Death Reaper. 247, Mercury. 240, The Mafia. 00, 47, The Crowing. And J5, Johnny Death. And straight up from Manawatu, looks like we've got a star pass. So Barber has received the star to complete an initial pass, and he wasn't lead. That means that Sausage Rolls was able to take lead and call off that jam. Welcome to the microphone.
Thanks a lot, Bob. My name's Honest Dave, and myself and Bob de Quickly are going to be announcing this game for you. This is a real treat here at the Ipswich Showgrounds, the Australian Men's Roller Derby National Tour. It's the first time we've seen a lot of these teams, and it's great to see the competition from across the country and across New Zealand as well.
This is Pool 2. This particular game will organise the rankings behind Victorian Vanguard in Pool 2. And Dirty 5 jamming for the Brawlers at the moment is the lead jammer. He's completed a scoring pass already.
And the Brawlers jammer.
Dirty 5
calls off the jam.
And we're going to see Barber for Manawatu jamming once again. Sausage Rolls, one of the Wizards of Oz skaters for the Bass Strait Brawlers.
So the whistle's gone. So Sausage Rolls takes to the outside, puts on the speed, but he's shut down. Oh, man, he just comes up hard, smashing into his opponent's sternum and clears the pack. Beautiful work.
Straight off the line there, Huge Stackman making a hole on the outside and calling his jammer through.
Oh, man. Zero dishing out some hits there at the front.
And Grease Monkey's going to have a sit down in the penalty box for a minute.
Sausage Rolls absolutely murdering it out there, not looking for any assistance from his teammates, just battering his own way through the pack. Zephyr's now taken the jammer star for Manawatu, and he's the one that's going to be looking for points, but it was just called off by our Brawlers jammer moments before he was able to start scoring points.
Early in the game, only 3 jams in, and we've seen 2 star passes from Manawatu already.
Helena stepping up to the crease, up alongside number 34, Dirty 5. 34, Dirty 5.
It's like a rhyming game for him. He's got some explosive speed, Dirty 5. He's a hockey player, represents Australia regularly in hockey tournaments.
Well, he's certainly coming around that track pretty fast. Takes to the inside. Oh, just swoops through, claiming $5,000. Slam points for the Brawlers. Pack at a standstill there on turn 2. Our Manawatu jammers struggling to get through the pack there.
Brawlers big fella Thorsome heading off to the penalty box. I missed what the infraction was for.
Boom, 5 more points. Pack on turn 1 now, not moving. And Dirty Five's coming around. He throws the dummy. Oh, throws another. No, one to the left, one to the right. And he's through for another 5 points.
I've heard it said that a stationary wall will contain Dirty Five, but any gap, any crack in the wall, he's through it.
He hits the pack hot every time. He just swoops around. There's always the danger you're going to collide with someone and cause a back block. But, geez, he's getting through those packs with aplomb. That was a huge sham there by Dirty Five. And Manawatu are going to have to come out with something pretty special if they want to get back into this game.
And this jamming matchup again between Sausage Rolls and Barber.
We've got Manawatu in the white and the Bass Strait Brawlers in the grey. Sausage Rolls, again, just batters his way up through the middle, leaving a trail of prone bodies in his wake.
Captain Smirk just taking Barber right back as far as he could then, and allowing Sausage Rolls to pick up the jammer point there as well.
Bang, he's put 5 points on there, and Barber's completed his initial pass. So Sausage Rolls looking for points. Gee, Mark Curie gives him a bit of a hit, but so 2 points awarded to Barber there as he snuck in at the end, and 3 points to the Bass Strait Brawlers. Now, you'll have to forgive us because we're actually going a bit watching this game blind at the moment. The scoreboard projector isn't working. Oh, but there we go. 2 points. Oh, you've got it on your screen, hopefully. But, yeah, 2 points to Manawatu, and is it 44 to Bass Strait Brawlers. Johnny Death jamming for Manawatu.
And the jammer's down in the pack there. Dirty Five's just being held up at the front of the pack there by Zephyr, but he's through now to take the lead jammer, and Thorson heading off to the penalty box one more time for the Brawlers.
Jeez, I love watching Dirty Five in action. He collides into the back of that pack, shakes things up, puts on the pace and busts through for another 5 points for Manawatu, for the Bass Strait Brawlers. So we've got Tasmania versus New Zealand here.
And again, another star pass there for Manawatu. Zephyr now having the star pandy.
And Manawatu. Zephyr swoops around, looking pretty happy.
So the Brawlers go up to 53 now, and Manawatu still contained on 2.
Sausage Rolls versus Barber here on the jammer line. Helena, Johnny Death, trying to spot who are our other blockers up there. D-Rod are our Kiwi contingent of blockers out there on the track at the moment. But again, the Bass Strait Brawlers, Sausage Rolls has claimed lead jammer. The pack only moving very slowly.
Sausage Rolls into the back of that wall, takes out 2, steps past the rest and calls off the jam.
I think he actually took out 2 and then just jumped over their prone bodies.
He's being issued a penalty for a back block as we speak. He looks confused.
Because he did call off the jam, I'm pretty sure. So really, he shouldn't have been able to call that jam off. But, oh well, what are you going to do, eh? You can't go back now. Those 4 whistle blasts have been fired. You can't put the milk back in the cow. Helena stepping up to the crease for Manawatu and jamming unopposed for the next 30 seconds. So the pack is not moving. Helena forced to yield.
Both Nico and Captain Smirk for the Brawlers off to the penalty box, so he's only actually got 2 blockers to get past at the moment. So that's lead jammer for Helena from Manawatu.
Okay, this is their chance to get some points. The pack isn't moving. It does a leap. Boom. There we go. There's 5 points.
That's one way to get them. Sausage Rolls back amongst it now.
That's right, so he's completed his initial pass. No points yet on the board for Bass Strait Brawlers. And nice work there by number 34, Dirty Five, holding his spot on the outside and shutting down his opposing jammer.
Don't forget that these games are abbreviated games. They're 15-minute halves, separated by a 2-minute halftime break.
7 to Manawatu, 56 to the Bass Strait Brawlers. You probably know better than us, as I'm sure Video Bob has the score being updated there on the screen. We're going a bit blind here in the commentary box.
Grease
so
Monkey.
Barber forced to yield.
But it is right now. Huge Stackman is the jammer for the Brawlers. He's heading off to the penalty box for, looks like a high block.
Believe that was Huge Stackman.
He didn't seem too pleased about that one.
No, I hope you can't lip read anyone watching the feed right now, because I think there's some pretty grubby words came out of his mouth. So we have a power jam for Manawatu, and Barber forces his way through, and there is 5 much-needed points for Team Manawatu. Back at a standstill. Barber shut down on the inside.
So I'm getting some messages that we might not have a video feed on YouTube at the moment, Dave. So we'll try and keep the scores up to you as best we can, whether that's through Twitter. And surely that's going to be a low block.
Okay, we've just spoken to Video Bob. He's going to look into the feed.
And Huge Stackman back on track there now.
Says there's no scheduled live event on the YouTube channel.
So Huge Stackman through the pack there now for another 4 points on that one. No, it's 5, upgraded to 5.
This is Bob's friends don't know how to use the computer. Well, that's what we're getting, the feedback we're getting anyway.
And 4 more there for Manawatu. For Barber there. Huge Stackman visiting the Spank Alley penalty box one more time.
Doesn't look like Bobby Socks, our ref, was put off by his look of indignation before, and he's back in the sin bin. And Barber taking full advantage of this and racking up point after point. Beautiful work there by Barber.
There's a lot of refs on the track here this afternoon, Dave, and one of the hashtags that we've seen getting around is hashtag no whistle, no opinion.
16 points to Manawatu, 64 points to Bass Strait Brawlers. Hustler stepping up to the crease for Manawatu. Jamming unopposed as we wait for Huge Stackman to return from the sin bin. And he's away. Picks up the pace, takes to the outside, but he's shut down by the Brawlers defence.
Sausage Rolls making his way backwards. Take Hustler back as far as he can. Gets him back across the jammer line.
Sausage Rolls, absolute superstar, just murdering it out there on the track. Another mighty big hit.
Hustler there taking a couple of spins there to try and maintain his footing, not quite succeeding.
And well done by Sausage Rolls, holding back the opposing jammer long enough. Hang on, Bobby Socks is all over. Bobby Socks is our jammer ref for Huge Stackman, and he can't put a foot right. So I know I've had a bit of problems with the feed. It should be back running now. And the whole game will be recorded. So if you want to watch it later, it'll all be there to watch on YouTube.
Yeah, Bobby Socks looks like she was picking up Huge Stackman for just re-entering in front of the hips of one of the blockers.
Video Bob Productions does all of this live streaming for free. It's all put together, just cobbled together out of gaffer tape and yet more gaffer tape. So
I'll tell you what, it's hot in the chook shed here today. He's got ice packs sitting under his electric equipment at the moment.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It is hot, hot, hot. And the feverish derby action is only making it more so. It looks like Huge Stackman managed to complete a pass without Bobby Socks sending him to the bin, so he's got to be happy about that. He gets down low, and that looks like a high block. He's not happy.
And I thought he was going to get an insubordination then.
Yeah, I think there might be a bit discussion about it. I think there is. Bobby Socks is having words. Oh, hang on. She's heading over to the sin bin.
That's going to be 4 for him. He's going to be out of here.
Yeah, that's right.
So if you're watching at home, right now Huge Stackman is about to be leaving the chook shed, picking up 4 quick penalties in a row.
Well, hang on. I haven't seen the signal yet, but Bobby Socks is over there. We've got our eyes Oh, yeah, you're right. I think they're swapping over the jammer in the bin now. Yep, he's getting up, and it is huge. Stackman back to the sheds for him. Johnny Death stepping up to the crease. As Hugh Stackman's gone back to the bin, we have another gone back to the sheds. We have number 11 Sausage Rolls taking his place in the sin bin.
So Johnny Death is just heading off to sit in the sin bin for Manawatu, and Sausage Rolls will have the next 30 seconds to add to this lead a little bit.
Jeez.
Oh, he's pretty the way he does that sometimes, isn't he?
Unbelievable.
Hit and spin and go.
The thing is, it's like kung fu. He takes the momentum of the hit and uses it to increase his own speed. It's just a beautiful thing to watch. He just goes into there soft and just waits and just to move in tandem with his opponents. It's brilliant.
Looks like there he was looking for the call to call off the jam, but just decided he'd left it a little bit too late to ice the other jammer in the bin.
There's a lot of carnage there. There's bodies flying all over. Sausage Rolls slams into zero, takes to the outside. Has he got the speed? Shut down by Mark Hury.
That time Mark Hury just taking to the floor as well meant that Sausage Rolls could jump straight back on and keep going.
Yep, he wasn't forced to yield. Look how low down he gets, and then just gets up and cracks his opponents in the sternum. It's just awesome. Sausage Rolls through again. What an absolute killer.
And 5 more fingers are in the air.
So the pack is at its dead halt here on between turn 3 and 4.
And Mark Curie has been handed the star panty for Manawatu. He'll be popping that on, and he'll be eligible to score from now.
So now Sausage Rolls having a lot of fun out there. Yeah, nice big hit, gets down low. Another hit on the big fella, takes him down, then hits the pack looking for points. But Mark Hury,
he's amongst the points as he's shanked 4 off him for that one.
Mark Hury.
So he should.
That was awesome. Mark Hury just took a punishing hit, but he just bounced back, recovered, and got the better, got the 4 points.
And that's going to be half time for us this time. At this time, 29-88 is the current scoreline.
To the Bass Strait Brawlers.
That's right. Just long enough to chuck some water on themselves and swap bench areas before we get back into it.
Just go and wring out your underpants because it is hot, hot, hot here in the Ipswich Showgrounds this weekend.
So hot that our scoreboard has died. So we've got a whiteboard here. We're holding up the scores for the benches to see. Crack for the Brawlers is just having a look.
They didn't bother. They've turned off the barbecue and they're just cooking sausages and eggs on the concrete floor. But that hasn't stopped a ton of Derby fans joining us trackside here for this moment of sporting history, the first ever Australian men's roller derby tournament.
And this weekend is brought to you by Extreme Skates, the major sponsor of the weekend. We're skating on the Extreme Skates track today. They're Brisbane and Australia's premier skate shop. They provide sales and service for skateboards, longboards, skate shoes, inline skates and protective gear, and heaps of specialist gear for roller derby, skates, wheels, protective gear and accessories. Heaps of fashion as well. They've got jeans, shorts, shoes, t-shirts, socks, hats, belts, button-up shirts and jackets. And free shipping Australia-wide on anything over $20. So get on to extremeskates.com.au and say thanks for putting on an awesome tournament and sell me some gear, please.
You can just turn it up if you want. Yep.
The last white one.
Man, I'm killing this DJ gig. Stop it. Look, I'll be like holding my mic up like this.
It's actually, the score at the moment is 33 to Manawatu and 91 to Bass Strait Brawlers. I think there's just a score correction there at the end of the last jam. So yes, Manawatu are going to have to work hard to get back in this game. We've seen some star quality play. So let's see how they play it out.
I think if anything, the Brawlers are a little bit of an advantage for this one. They've had one of the longer breaks of any of the teams today between games. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing for them, whether they cool down between or what.
Well, they are only 15-minute halves. I mean, these guys have got the fitness to get through a whole game of 2 30-minute halves. I don't think it should really make a massive difference, I don't think. What do I know? All I do is sit on the edge here eating chips.
I'm sweating like a god sitting here. We're back into it now. Sausage rolls straight off the line. He's got, that's forearms.
So, straight off the bat, we have a power jam with Barber from Manawatu Roller Derby at the driver's seat. Leaps to the apex, and he's through.
No, he's got a cut on that one.
A wheel must not quite have made it over the apex, and he's now heading straight to the sin bin. As soon as his meat hits the seat, Sausage Rolls will be back on the track.
So many puns right there. Sausage Rolls again, leading with that shoulder into that pack, pushing his way past those defenders. Mercury unable to hold him at the front. And he's through for an initial. And Barber with a short visit to the bin.
Oh, nice. Throws the dummy and Sausage Rolls is through. Absolutely murdering it. Dirty 5, last defender at the front there. Grease Monkey weighing in as well. And our Manawatu Jammer has got nowhere to turn. Takes it to the inside, but shut down by Dirty 5.
I heard a whistle, but I can't see anything else happening for it.
Barber forced to yield way back. And Sausage Rolls sweeps around the track for another scoring pass.
So Thorsome just getting in amongst that wall there, making some holes. Pack pretty much stationary here, right in front of our position. You'll get a good view of that hit from Sausage Rolls.
Yeah, I could feel it from here, actually. So Sausage Rolls swoops around, another scoring pass, throws the dummy, but Mark Curie launches himself at him and shuts him down. Sausage Rolls recovers, breaches the pack for another 4 points up there on the board.
Barber, or the Manawatu Jammer had passed the star then to Helena, hadn't had time to get it on yet.
36 points to Manawatu and 115 points to the Bass Strait Brawlers. Johnny Death stepping up to the crease for Manawatu. And number 34, Dirty 5, stepping up for the Bass Strait Brawlers here at the Ipswich Showgrounds at the first ever Australian Men's Roller Derby National Tournament. Coming at you live this through Video Bob Productions. Johnny Death copping hit after hit from Inspector Gadget. Nice work, forced to yield. Nice little pile up there at the back. Captain Smirk. Dirty 5 swoops around the track for another scoring pass.
This time it's Inspector Gadget providing the O for Dirty 5. Provides the diversion on the inside. Dirty 5 just steps around the outside.
So the pack not moving too quickly.
Star pass number 5 now for Manawatu.
Yeah, they've been coming thick and fast, that's for sure. Dirty 5 completes another scoring pass, calls off the jam.
Don't forget to keep your information coming to us at hashtag AMRD Nationals or hashtag Talk2AMRD. You guys let us know that the video wasn't going out. We got that back on for you. Thank you very much. But the whole game has been recorded and will be available for you to watch from start to finish pretty soon after the game.
Means the world to us that you're out there watching the live feed. And we want to make it as good as we can. So any feedback, you just let us know. Mark Curie just digging in his toe stops and shoving. But those big fellas from the Bass Strait Brawlers aren't going to let him get away with that. Nice bit of offense from Zero.
Sausage Rolls just giving a bit of a thumbs up to his fans on the way past.
And Sausage Rolls, he just gets down so low and just pushes upwards into his opponent. It's just beautiful to watch.
And for the Brawlers, Thorson's just going to visit the penalty box again. I'll be interested to see how many he's up to.
Nice hit there by Barber, forcing Sausage Rolls to call off the jam without giving up his point. Captain Smirk stepping up to jam for the Bass Strait Brawlers, and Helena in the white.
First time we've seen Captain Smirk jamming in this game.
And Helena in the white jamming for Manawatu. We've got a 4-3 pack advantage to Manawatu. Let's see if Helena can make the most of it. Captain Smirk opens with a big shoulder hit.
And Grease Monkey does the job of taking Helena back as far as possible.
There we go.
Make some more noise, crowd, Captain Smirk says. If you're not a Trekkie, then you might not know that his name is derived from Captain Kirk in 1701.
Yeah. What's 1701?
That's the registration number of the USS Enterprise.
Aha, there we go. Nice one. Geez, he did a good duck under Helena, dished out a hit, and Captain Smirk just ducked right under it. And Helena finds an opening on the outside and completes his initial pass.
Smirk's not going to wait for him to come back to the pack, though. He's going to call that jam off and take the 3.
Johnny Death. Someone's just asked for an official temperature in the shed. I don't know, but it's hot,
right.
hot, hot. Oh, someone got a flat on their phone. Anyway, it's hot. It's stinking hot. It is spring after all. Sausage Rolls and Johnny Death going head-to-head here on the flat track. And our Bass Strait Brawlers jammer, Sausage Rolls, is our lead jammer.
I don't know about in the shed at the moment, but in Ipswich at the moment, Honest Dave, the official temperature from the Bureau is 41.9.
And I'd say it's even a bit warmer in the shed.
I think that's a safe bet. We've got all the doors open now and plenty of fans around the place.
But all the intensity of the derby is really heating the place up.
There is a tweet from Copter before from Scartell that every time the breeze blows through, you get the lovely waft of derby.
You get the smell of the chook shed. You get sweat, cooking sausages and onions, and chook poo. Ah, the smell of derby. Number 34, Dirty 5, is our lead jammer.
And straight off the line, Helena, the pivot for Manawatu, has dropped the panty and had to pick that up again. I can't see a black and white star.
No, I don't see one either. I don't know what is going on there. Someone's got a jammer star, don't they?
There's no one in the penalty box. And he's got a whole 2 minutes. No, they have not fielded a jammer.
That's going to be problematic. Well, not for Dirty 5, as he's just going to have a lot of fun here, rounding the track and scoring points unopposed. So he's blocked out of bounds, forced to yield, and he's through again. Oh, he's copping some big hits. Helena and Zero, nice defence. D-Rod weighing in as well, but he's through.
I think I saw just at the start of that jam, one of the Manawatu players just toss a panty onto the track there for Helena to pick up. He picked it up and it was the pivot panty, not the jammer panty. So he's tossed it aside again, and Manawatu unfortunately left without a jammer for this jam.
Grease Monkey just dished out a big hit. But I think it might have been a high block because I think it was a bit too much. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. Number 1701, Captain Smirk, just opens a massive gap for his jammer to step through, and Dirty 5 is just eating up this track.
He was holding his hand as he got up from that one, though, Captain Smirk. He may have picked up a bit of an owie.
Absolutely killing it. Look at that roller. Look at that skater fly. Throws the dummy around Helena.
I don't think any of those Manawatu blockers actually touched Dirty 5 on that pass.
Wow.
So that takes the Brawlers. They are currently on 179. And Manawatu 36.
So Hustler stepping up to the crease for Manawatu in the white, and Sausage Rolls in the grey, jamming for the Bass Strait Brawlers.
I'm sure there's a Bass Strait somewhere. And Hustler, was he into the back of Sausage Rolls then? Yes, he was.
It's on his way to the sin bin now. Sausage Rolls jamming unopposed. We've seen the damage this man can do. We're about to see it come thick and fast, I think. Manawatu wall racking up. But Sausage Rolls, those beautifully placed hits. And he's through for 5 points. Manawatu shaping up. Oh, Captain Smirk just offers a big hit to Mark Curie. There are bodies flying everywhere. Barber just cops a punishing hit. Yeah. Oh, look at that offense. It's just beautiful to watch.
And that's the jam.
And
he's managed to just time that nicely enough to ice that jam as he's still in the box standing.
Couldn't quite spot who that was, but that was Inspector Gadget there at the end. Just opened up a nice avenue for his jammer to skate through.
In fact, I can see Manawatu with a jammer on the track here at the moment and a jammer in the penalty box. This could get interesting unless they're...
They're saying get off. Is he quick enough? Ooh. The Crowing was looking forward to having a jam then.
He was keen for it, but Hustler it is.
Hustler's backing out of the bin now. Falls over the back of a fallen skater. And number 34, Dirty 5, claims lead jammer.
And the Hangman just going for a chase down on the Hustler at the front of the pack, but he is through for an initial pass. Dirty 5 will take 4 more and call off the jam.
We can't see a clock, so I'm not really sure how much time's left. But there can't be much long. Now the Crowing gets his chance. The Crowing stepping up to the crease for his first jam of the afternoon.
Manawatu on 36 now. Brawlers not far off the 200 mark, 198.
The Crowing tries to force his way up the middle. Reevaluates, takes the outside, puts on the pace, but he is shut down.
Shut down by the Hangman at the front of the pack.
Is that who that was? But Sausage Rolls is through, but he's not lead jammer. The Crowing claims lead and calls off the jam. Defensively, that was a pointless jam. And 36 points to Manawatu, 198 points to the Bass Strait Brawlers, and 2 minutes remaining in the game. So Manawatu probably don't have much of a chance of getting back into this game, so they'd better just start clobbering the Bass Strait Brawlers just for the fun of it.
We're going to see the match-up again between Dirty 5 and Helena.
Like they say in golf, if you're having a bad game, as long as you can birdie that last hole. So let's see if that's what Manawatu are going to try and do here. 34, Dirty 5 swooping in for a scoring pass. Trapped behind some Manawatu skaters, shut down. And he's through for 5 points. Ooh.
There's some heavy hits on the pack there from the...
Sausage Rolls that was Helena at the front. Holding his position beautifully. Just a force of nature, that man. It's been brilliant to watch him in action this afternoon. An absolute killer. And speaking of someone who it's been awesome to watch, Dirty 5 just has been making it look a bit too easy, actually.
It's a very casual skating style, even when he's accelerating madly out of the pack.
And when it's so hot and he's skating on concrete and he just scoops around the pack, I'm wondering, is this full time? It must be getting pretty close. Looking to the refs. No, the two teams are lining back up. I'm pretty confident that this is going to be the last jam of the match. Mark Curie for Manawatu in the white and Captain Smirk, number 1701 in the grey for the Bass Strait Brawlers. Bass Strait Brawlers, sorry. Sorry, Brawlers fans, I'll get it right. Been talking non-stop for the past about 6 hours. And my brain stopped working. Mark Huey trying to find an opening there on the inside. Captain Smirk getting right down, digging in his toe stops. There's a crowded pack. And out of the front of it bursts Captain Smirk.
Mark Curie up again, using his weight to force a hole, but he's up against the might of Thorsome at the front of the pack. And now the...
Sausage Rolls gets an out-of-play block, but geez.
The speed and the fury of Sausage Rolls at the front of the pack there.
It was like two moose charging each other.
That's one thing about Sausage, though. He knows when he's done bad. He's got a big grin on his way to the Spank Alley penalty box.
That's just how Sausage rolls. There's a nice defence there at the front. Who is that? Number 42, holding his position well.
Awesome.
Hustler holding him, Captain Smirk at bay, but he's through for a 5-point pass. Oh, nice. Mark Huey holds his position after copping a big blow by Hangman. But Mark Huey is one big fella. And the body's littering the track in front of him, and Sausage Rolls swoops around him. And he's through for another 5 points.
He's breathing hard, though, Captain Smirk. He's feeling it. Give me some support to finish this jam, he says to the crowd.
It's just so stinking hot in here. It's unbelievable. We've seen a panty pass. A Hustler now.
Nobody's picking it up, though. There's a panty on the floor. I don't know which one it is.
Oh,
has he taken off the pivot panty to put on the star?
I don't know what's going on. I'm just looking out for some carnage. Look at that defence. Hangman playing keystone position. Thor and Inspector Gadget holding the opposing jammer at bay. And I'm pretty sure that's got to be full time, doesn't it?
Yes. And they are so thankful that it's full time. A couple of skaters laying down on the floor there.
So just hang on. We're just going to watch for an official score for you. 230 points to the Bass Strait Brawlers. 40 points to Manawatu.
So we're just checking the adding up. We're currently sitting on...
Let's just wait until we've got an official score, and we will... I think it's safe to say that the Bass Strait Brawlers claim that game, but the points differential may become important later down the track.
While we wait for the adding up to check, let's talk about Spank Alley. They're a proud sponsor of the 2014 AMRD Nationals, as well as the Australian men's team, the Wizards of Oz. And just have some confirmation on that big power jam from the Brawlers. That was a 40-point power jam for the duration of that jam.
And the final score there is Manawatu 40, Bass Strait Brawlers 230. That is a 190-point. So the Brawlers will be playing again at 2:45 this afternoon. And that will, of course, be coming at you live through Video Bob Productions.
If either of these teams wins by more than 2 points, they'll be playing again.
Okay. So, and remember, the times here are daylight saving time as well. Non-daylight saving times. We're in Brisbane.
So the next game we're going to have right here from the Extreme Skates track is going to be the Vikings versus the Sabres. And I'm told that one of those teams will have to win by more than 2 points to play the Brawlers in the first preliminary final this afternoon.
So that means they're going to be, whoever that team is going to be playing 2 back-to-back games. But all the action will be right here. My name's Honest Dave. I'm here with Bob DeQuickley, and this is the first ever Australian Men's Roller Derby National Tournament.